Hello friends, welcome back to our YouTube channel English Developers. Friends, in this video we are going to learn the poem Walk a Little Slower. It's chit chat, margin questions, English explanation and workshop from 9th standard textbook. So friends, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please subscribe it and hit the bell icon to get our latest video updates. So let's get started our video. 1.1 Walk a little slower. It's warming up and chit chat. My thoughts. From groups of 4 to 6, discuss the following with your friends in the group and then complete the sentences. Answer are given directly. A. I would like to talk to. I would like to talk to my mother about swimming. I would like to talk to my father about my education. I would like to talk to my teacher about studies. I would like to talk to my best friend about cricket. I would like to talk to my grandparents about stories. I would like to talk to my neighbors about help. Now B. I would like to learn to study hard from my best friend. I would like to learn to tell stories from my grandmother. I would like to learn to face challenges from my teacher. Help people from my neighbors. Play chess from my cousin. Now next, C. I hesitate to talk to first my father about my studies, my grandfather about the way he or she talks to my friends, my teacher about what I would like to do in future, my neighbor about how I want to spend my holidays, my friend about my favorite movie, my cousin about the things I want to buy. Now, summary of this poem. Summary. The poem Walk a Little Slower is a beautiful poem, anonymous, which reflects a child's desire to follow the footsteps of his father. Their father is their first role model. For every child, the narrator of the poem also wants to follow his father's way and request him to go a bit slow, by which he could follow his father. The footsteps denote the actual step of life, and the child wishes to follow his father's way to deal with life. The poem is so futuristic that even though the narrator is only a child, it thinks about the future of its children or child. The poem indicates good things should be passed on generation after generation. The poem is constructed with an impressive rhyming pattern, with alternating lines, rhyming words like small fall, true, you. The entire poem is based on metaphors. My favorite line in the poem is, "You are what I want to be." Now, explanation in English. First stanza. Walk a little slower, Daddy, said a little child so small. I am following in your footsteps and I don't want to fall. Explanation is, in the first stanza, a little child requests his father to walk a little slower. The little child wants its father to walk slower so that it can follow his footsteps without falling down. The child is just trying to follow the father's footsteps or steps, and want to do many little things properly under the shade of his father. Whenever he is trying to match with the speed of his father, he requests his father to go a little slower. Now, second stanza. Sometimes your steps are very fast. Sometimes they are hard to see. So walk a little slower, Daddy, for you and leading me. Its explanation. In the second stanza, the child says that his father's steps action are very fast and hard to understand. It doesn't want to be successful. Sometimes it fails to understand his father's actions, thoughts and feelings. It tells the father that he is leading the child and therefore he should walk slowly. Stanza number 3. Someday when I am all grown up, you are what I want to be. Then I will have a little child who will want to follow me. Explanation is, in the third stanza, the child wants to be like its father when it grows up. The child also says that one day it will have a little child and the child would want to follow it just like it is following its father. Now stanza number 4. And I would want to lead just right, and now that I was true. So walk a little slower, Daddy, for I must follow you. Explanation is, in the last stanza, the child would want to lead its just right and it would want to have the satisfaction that it did the best. Thus, it asks the father it again to walk slowly so that it can follow him. The importance of the father as a role model is the central idea of the poem. The child in the poem wants to observe and imitate the life led by his or her father. Hence, the child requests the father to be more considerate towards his or her needs. Now, it's in vocabulary. The word to fall, do not want to be unsuccessful in achieving something, अपयश यानी, growing up, adult, proud, following in someone's footstep means copying someone's action, अनुकरण करणे, leading, showing the right path means योग्य मार्ग दाखवणारा. Now it's margin question. Margin question number 1. What would happen if the child tried to walk fast? Why? Answer is, if the child tried to walk fast, it would fall because he or she is very small to walk fast or to match the speed of its father walking at a good speed. Margin question number 2. Does the word walk refer only to the act of walking? What does the poet actually mean to say? Answer is no. The word walk does not refer only to the act of walking. It refers to father's action, thoughts and his way of living and behaving. Question number 3. What do the footsteps of the father refer to? Answer is, here the footsteps of father refer to father's way of speaking and behaving, his actions and his characteristics that make a person successful in life. Now, this poem's English workshop. Question number 1. Put the words given in bracket in the proper blanks. Answer are given directly. A. This is child, or the child taking to its father. B. There is father leading and the child is following. C. Someday the child will become a father. D. The child does not wish to fall while following its father. Second question. Find and write pairs of rhyming words from the poem. Words that appear at the end of the line. First, small. Its rhyming is fall. Then second, see. Its rhyming word is me. Be, you, like that. Sorry. First is small. Small is fall. See, me. Be, me. True, you. These are the rhyming words. Now question number third. The meaning of the word in the following pairs show that they are related. It's daddy, father, child. Follow, leads. Find 5 more pairs of the related words. Like examples are teacher, student, doctor, patients, give, take, live, die, or live, die, and question and answer. Now question number 4. The child in the poem requests his father to walk slower. Here the poet implies that the child wants to understand his father's action better. The child would like to act the same way, but want the father to be more understanding towards the child's need. What is implied in the following lines? A. Sometimes your steps are fast. Answer is, these lines suggest that sometimes the father take very quick decisions and actions. B. Sometimes your steps are hard to see. Answer is, sometimes the actions of father are not understood by the child. C. I would want to lead just right. Answer is, child do not want to make any mistake while guiding its own child in future. D. And know that I was true. Answer is, child want to make sure that it has given its child the right guidance. Now question number 5. Using your own ideas, frame 3 sentences that show continuous action. Example, you are leading me. 1. I am following you. 2. Raju is following on the tree. 3. They are coming my home. Now question number 6. Using your own ideas, frame at least 3 sentences that show future action or state. Example, who will want to follow me. Then I am all grown up. First, I will meet you tomorrow. Second, when the rain stops, I will go to the market. Third, she shall write all the answers. Next, question number 7. Discuss the following and write the summary of your discussion in the form of bullet points. A. How are certain ideas or customs, knowledge passed on from one generation to the next? Answer, summary of the discussion. First, through parents' teaching. Second, often the children follow the habits and manners of their elders. Next, not only parents but others elders also help children to learn manners. Next, parents train their children to behave in the particular manner. Next, oral communication or the word of mouth is one of the significant medium. Next, through stories and myth of one's culture and traditions. B. Is it necessary for children to follow the footsteps of their forefathers? If yes, why? Why is it sometimes necessary to change the old ways. Summary of the discussion. First, yes, it is necessary for children to follow the footsteps of their forefather because one gets to learn from their experience. Next, one becomes familiar with the ways and style of doing the things. Next, people usually pass over their knowledge to the next generation. Next, one will not repeat the mistake with their older generations made. However, it is sometimes necessary to change the old ways. Next, customs and traditions change with the passage of time. Old principles may no longer be applicable. Next, what was acceptable in the earlier times may not be suitable in today's time. There is nothing permanent in this world except change. Next, every generation lives in the different time period. Now, next question number 8. Do you have a role model? What qualities do you appreciate in your role model? Answer is yes. My role model is my father. The qualities that I appreciate in his are punctuality, confidence, honesty, and discipline. He respects all women and love me more than his life. He is a respectful person. He is also good at sports and education. He is so humble and simple and I want to be like him. Now question number 9. Think of an occasion when you did not like the decision or actions of your family members but realized later on that they were right. Write about it in 5 to 8 lines. Answer is sometimes we feel that we are right and our parents are wrong, but it is not the truth. Parents are always right. There is such incidents. One day my father or father's father tell her that I can't afford mobile phone now, but my friend shout on her father and tell him that you don't know about the modern time. All many friends have their own mobile phone, but I do not have. But after some days, when the result comes, she got 85% and her friends, those have mobile, are failed. Then she realized that her father is right this time. Now question number 10. Within 2 minutes, write as many phrases or sentences as you can using a little. Answer is wait a little longer, a little later, a little to the left, a little higher, a little louder, a little rain, a little story, a little effort, just a little closer. Next, I wish there was a little bit less noise around here. Next, the whole situation makes me a little nervous. Next, I held her a little closer. Next, she was a little disappointed with the job. Now, appreciation of the poem. First point is title. The title of the poem is Walk a Little Slower. Second point is poet or author. The poem is written by an anonymous. Third point, rhyming scheme. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, C, B. Fourth point, theme or central ideas. The importance of the father as a role model is the central idea of the poem. The child in the poem wants to be observed and imitate the life led by his or her father. Hence, the child requests the father to be more considerate towards his or her needs. Fifth point, figure of speech, metaphor and alliteration used in this poem. Sixth number point, special feature. The poem is a dramatic monologue. Dramatic monologue is a kind of poem in which a single character other than the poet speaks to silent listener. The speech does not reveal the poet's own thoughts. Instead, the thoughts of characters speaking are expressed. In this, a dramatic monologue differ from a lyric. Last point 7. Why I like the poem. I like the poem because it relates to our life somewhat. Also, the reality it shows about the hard working father and the hard working father and wandering are easy to understand.